I'm so shy that for me, I mean, doing this is very difficult. It's the most difficult thing that I have done this morning. Okay. I'm Preciado, and I'm here at the Criterion Closet. They call it a closet, whatever the reason why they call it a closet, we don't know. But I'm telling you, this is not a closet, this is a universe. And I have the chance of picking some films and taking them with me home, so I'm gonna show them to you, and especially the ones that have influenced the film that I have done, which is called Orlando, my political biography. One that is here that is obvious. One, Mujeres al borde de un ataque de nervios, de Almodóvar. Of course, this is like an all-time classic. It's super important and influential to me. Yeah, so another thing that became super important for me when I was a teenager and I saw it for the first time is Cría Cuervos from Saura. I think when you're like a child and you grow up in Spain under Franquism, I think you really identified fully with the way of looking at things of this child in the film. And if you haven't seen it, you really have to. It's amazing. Pasolini became super important when thinking about people that have adapted crazy things, crazy stories, like taking the challenge of adapting Greek theater or the Cameron, things like that. My favorite Pasolini, I think the one that I like the most is Salò. By the way, let's take it here. This is the one that I like the most, even though it's the most difficult to watch. Making a film as a political project, and at the same time, like in taking care of each of the details in terms of performance and the visual language, I think it's an absolute masterpiece. Even though I have to say it's a film that I have barely seen fully from the beginning to the end. But it's always, when I have questions, this is a film that I came back to very often. Oh yeah, something else that I have always loved and that I think it came back a little bit with the kind of playfulness and childish way of looking at the world that you can see in Orlando is Tati. So yes, I think this is almost like a visual therapy for the mind. Yes. Also, when making Orlando, I was thinking about authors that have made films like letters that are being written to someone. And so Chris Marker, that was for me like fundamental. It belongs for me to the films that are made by what I would call philosophers in a sense. So he really finds a completely new form for saying what he wants to say, and is full of poetry. So yeah, another one that I want to take is Antonioni's Il Deserto Rosso. So I saw the full retrospective of Antonioni when I was 20, and that completely changed my way of seeing things. Especially, I have to say, because Antonioni has this very kind of heterosexual binary way of looking at things. But when the question is how to look at a space, how to look at architecture, that is really like amazing, and I think it's like a must-see for anyone that is doing cinema, or that is just like walking around in a city to see things differently. Wow, you cannot imagine what it is to be here. It's madness. This is a moment of just like cinematic pleasure that is like excitement that is amazing.